Welcome to Geek News Sweden, the only place that tells you everything that's going on in Geek Sweden. And as usual, that's a complete lie, but I do try to cover some stuff at least. Quite a bit of stuff actually, to be honest. Anyway, it's been a fun August and half of September, but let's have a look at what's happening in the rest of September and in October. First of all, I'm gonna switch up the format a little bit. What you're looking at the screen, am I pointing at the right place? Yeah, the screen there is basically a hobby project of mine. I've been keeping track of all of these geek events in Sweden in my own Excel sheet or Google sheet rather, for a long time. But I thought it's about time that I make a homepage with all of this information. So yeah, this is Geek Event Sweden, and you can access it if you knew the URL. No, I'm not really ready for a public launch just yet. I'm still populating it and adding some features. But yeah, let's have a look. So here's an event calendar. You can see what's happening in October and a little bit of November. But I'm mostly going to focus on the part in September and October, the parts that I've populated so far. So let's have a look at this week, actually this weekend. Yeah, here's a list of upcoming events for September, and you can see that there's a Twilight Marathon happening in Stockholm for the people who want to see sparkly vampires, September 20 to 21. And the same weekend, we also have the Japanese Autumn Festival in Stockholm at the Museum of, I can't pronounce this, Ethnography? Yeah, look, I did it! Anyway, it's on the Sunday, September 21st. There's going to be taiko drums and cosplay and a lot of cool Japanese things. But let's move on. Let's move forward to the week afterwards, to the week of 22nd to 28th of September. So yeah, on the 25th, the Gothenburg Book Fair starts. It's at Svenska Mässan, the big mess hall basically. It's the biggest book fair in Sweden, so yeah, if you like books, be there. You might also want to check out Retro Gathering 2025. It's in Västerås. Yeah, it's Västerås. You can actually see where things are happening. Look, you have the times, you have the dates, you have the places. I'm pretty proud of this, actually. It's looking pretty neat, I have to say. I'm tooting my own horn here. But anyway, Retro Gathering, it's full of old computers and games and exhibitions and talks, and yeah, there's even some competitions. The Swedish Championships in Pong is happening at Retro Gathering. But if you're more into Pokemon and stuff like that, then you can look at the Card Expo Sweden in Stockholm. It's the same weekend, 27 to 28 of September. And yeah, I think that's going to be fun for the people who are into that. I'm not going to kink shame anyone. You can do whatever you want. That same weekend, there's a lot happening the same weekend. There's a Närcon Expo in Södertälje. And yeah, Närcon, you know what that's all about. It's cosplay, it's gaming, it's K-pop, it's social activities and artist alleys and whatnot. Yeah, there's a lot happening. Närcon Expo is a smaller version of Närcon, but it's still fun. I was there last year, the first year it started, so I hope this is going to be a cool event. I'm looking forward to it. And something else I'm looking forward to is, of course, Syntax Error, Stockholm's premier geek nightclub. It's a magnificent place to, well, meet people, have a few beers, have a few laughs, do some gaming, listen to music, chiptunes, and all kinds of old and new music. Now let's look forward to the week after that. We're still in September, but on Tuesday, there's Game Dev Stockholm. Look, you can click here, whoop, and you're taken to the event. I'm pretty proud of this page so far. So yeah, Game Dev Stockholm number 8. It's a meetup for indie game developers, and it's arranged by Game Developers Stockholm. You can meet them at... is this the link? Is it gonna work? Well, that was awkward. I swear I thought I had the right one. I might have messed up with a space at the end. Anywho, so let me fix those URLs a bit, but this is the page that it was gonna redirect to. I'm not gonna click any more of those more info links until I fix that. But anyway, let's have a look at October at the Gaming After Work at Kappa Bar in Stockholm. Yeah, it's gonna be drinks and games and yeah, you know the drill, I think you do. Yeah, on the weekend, the first weekend of October, you have Retro Norrland. Retro Norrland. It's a retro market. First time I've heard about it, but I thought, let's add it to the list. Maybe I'm gonna have my way up to Sundsvall that weekend. I don't think I will, but in case I do, and in case you do, then it's here for you to have a look at. The same weekend, you can also go south instead to Helsingborg, to Sci-Fi World West. The Sci-Fi World convention is, of course, filled with cosplay and games and merchandise and special guests and cosplay. And did I say cosplay? It's worth mentioning again. It's a lot of fun. I like that event. Now let's move on to the next week in October, or the weekend I should say, because nothing is happening in the week before that. So on October 10, you have something called Internet. It's basically an internet-free LAN party, but it's invite only, so there's no link. You can't find info unless you know where to look for info, and I'm not telling. Sorry for that, but I still wanted to have it in the calendar. It looks cool, doesn't it? And it does sound weird with an internet-free LAN party, but yeah, then you have to socialize instead. Strange concept. If you happen to go to Norway, then there's a pop culture festival called BanzaiCon. And I don't know where Larvik is. Let's see if this works at least. Yes, it does. Look, you can see Bølgen Kino, or no, it's, yeah, Larvik Kulturhus Bølgen. I'm trying to pretend that I know how to speak Norwegian. It's like Swedish, but a little happier. They have oil, so of course they're happy. But yeah, so there's how you can see where stuff is at by just clicking. That same weekend in Stockholm, in the south of Stockholm in Huddinge, you have Matarikon. It's a very old convention arranged by Mangakai, I believe, a very old manga community in Stockholm. So yeah, it's all about Japanese culture and manga and relaxed and cozy. But there's more. In Trollhättan, there's Trollcon. And yeah, it's a pop culture convention with cosplay and events and meetups and stuff happening. I'm a little bit vague because I haven't been there. But it's a 2-day event, so if you are in the west of Sweden, then that's something you might want to check out. Yeah, let's see where it is. There it is. And here I am, so it's quite a bit of a way to walk over there. I'm not going to walk there, of course. Anywho, let's move on to the Swedish Championship in Heroes of Might and Magic 3. If you don't know what Heroes of Might and Magic is, it's an old strategy game, but it's amazing. Oh, I don't know how many hours I've spent in that game. The same weekend, there's also a Geeky market at Alphaspel in the south of Stockholm, Hägersten. But that's that week. Let's have a look at the week after as well, because ooh, something big is happening. Look at this, October 16 to 17. There's dun 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 Moderskeppet 4, the geekiest cruise on the Baltic Sea, and it's going to be full of inebriated and happy people looking at hardware, talking games, and swinging away at the dance floor to old chiptune music. I keep saying old chiptune, but I mean it's new music as well. It's especially new chiptunes. So forget, I didn't say old. I meant new cool music. And that same weekend, it's Spelkongress Pub 25. It's basically a pub before the Spelkongress event 25. Spelkongress is an event that's coming here, actually. Maybe I can talk about both at the same time. So it's a role-playing event. I haven't added a description because I was lazy. That's what happens. It's my hobby project. But it's a role-playing convention. You can meet other role-players and role-play and talk role-plays. That was the worst description ever. If you don't like role-playing and you like small things instead, then you can go to Stockholm's miniature exhibition instead. I don't know what that's about because I haven't been there, but I love the sound of it. I'm imagining that it's like, you know, people doing train models and all kinds of cool stuff. I think it's pretty geeky, so it definitely deserves to be here. If you happen to be in Karlstad, to the west of Sweden, west, I think it's west, over here anyway. Yeah, just above Vänern. I almost said Vättern, but that's that lake. Then you can visit Retroland 2025. I don't know much about that one. It's a geek market, I think, and there might be a lot more happening. I don't have plans to go there, but I would love to check it out. But there's a lot of things happening in October, and we're still not done. Look at this, October 24 to 26. We have Silverstream 7. Yeah, I had to parse that for a bit, but it's 7, and it's happening in the town of Eskilstuna. It's 1 hour from Stockholm. It's easy to get there, and it's a steampunk fair. I mean, how cool does that sound? It does sound cool, but I'm not gonna be there because I'm gonna be at the Rain of Blossoms ball instead. It's a fancy ball, so there's gonna be fancy dresses, costumes, that's the same thing, and dancing and, canapes and entertainment and music and dancing. Did I mention dancing? So I'm probably gonna step on a lot of feet during that weekend. I'm gonna be there on the Friday. I think I'm gonna have a white costume. Yeah, I'm gonna look like a prince of thieves, because I'm gonna steal everyone's geeky stuff. Okay, let's move on to Gemicon. It's in Stockholm, and I don't know anything about this one. But it's arranged by the same people who arranged those games and geek markets that I also haven't been to. Sorry, I'm a bad geek. But they have a convention as well, so I guess that it's going to be a lot of market stuff. But let's move on. There's a lot of things to cover. So that was that weekend. Now let's look to the last week of October. We'll start with Chaosium Con. I added it because it's pretty close to Sweden. It's in Gdansk or Danzig. Is that how you pronounce it? It sounds like I had some weird accent there. So that's a role-playing convention actually in a really cool mansion. But since my more info link is broken, I can't show you a lot of it today. Sorry for that. And that same weekend, you can also go to Cursed Code if you want to do some hacking and programming. It's in Gothenburg, in Skansen-Kronan, which is a really cool building. So yeah, I think that's going to be a very atmospheric event. But let's move on. This is the pièce de résistance. Sorry, I don't know how to pronounce that either. It's Comic Con Stockholm. So yeah, I might not be going to anything else because this is going to be a 3-day event. And do you really need any more description? Because it's going to be cosplay, it's going to be games and music and events and people, what do you say, celebrities visiting. Yeah, it's going to be amazing. I look forward to this one a lot. If you, for some reason, don't want to go to Comic-Con, then you can have a look at the Stockholm 2025 instead. It's a Halloween parade in Stockholm. I haven't seen this one for a couple of years, mostly because it clashes with Comic-Con, so I can't watch it. But yeah, I loved it a couple of years ago, like 5 years ago when I saw it. Oh, that's a long time ago. But there's even more. That same weekend, at the end of the weekend, or no, the Saturday, that's not really the end of the weekend. It's the middle of the weekend. There's Hey Stockholm Event 2025. It's an arcade event. You can play lots of arcade games and probably do some shopping and see cool presentations and whatnot. I've been to one of these at least. I might have missed the other ones that they've held, but I loved it. So much fun. And even more, if you don't want to come to Stockholm, you can stay in Örkelljunga. I need to watch where that is. I don't even know where it is. Oh yeah, it's in the south. So very close to Helsingborg. I guess they're in Skåne. In Örkelljunga, there's a cosplay competition at Game Zone, or maybe Game Zone are the ones arranging it. I haven't looked up more info. I am gonna fix those more info links. So when you see this page, when I make it public, then it's gonna work, I promise. And that same weekend, there's Syntax Error Halloween. What can I say? Syntax Error, it's the place to be. It's the best Halloween party that's gonna be in Stockholm. So if you don't have any plans for Halloween and you don't know where to go to Syntax Error. It's gonna be awesome. I promise it. I guarantee it. I will pay with my blood if I'm lying to you. May the gods above strike me down if I'm lying. Looking around nervously just in case I get a lightning bolt right now. But yeah, that's about it. I've covered everything I wanted to cover in this episode. There's of course going to be more stuff happening. You see, I've already started to add some stuff in November, maybe not December yet, no. So I will populate this with everything I see happening, and I'm going to make this page available for everyone. If you want to beta test this page or just mess around and have a look at it, please let me know, because I love showing it off. It works fine on mobile as well as desktop. I'm gonna post this somewhere soon as I freshen up the design and fix the, well, broken stuff, like the more info that doesn't work. I feel a little bit embarrassed about that one, but I usually don't click those buttons when I'm testing. So yeah, leave a comment or reach out, send an email, reach me at Facebook or whatever, and let me know if you want to have a link. It's fully usable as is. And that's about it. I hope that you enjoyed this little list of everything that's going on in Geek Sweden. Now like and subscribe, because I want to get more subscribers and likes. I like likes. But most importantly, remember to stay geeky out there.